Today, when I'm making this, and I'm making this on, I don't even know what day of the week it is, the 22nd of April. Yesterday, it was officially 2 weeks since I got my second vaccine. And the bruise is finally gone. I did get a pretty big bruise from the second shot. I didn't really get that much of a bruise from the first shot, although the first shot actually hurt a lot more than the second shot. I got the Pfizer vaccine. If you saw my first video, you know that because I talked about that there. And I just wanted to talk about what the entire experience was like afterwards, because I know that people are nervous about it, or at least some people are nervous about it. And sometimes hearing about what other people's experience is like can make people less nervous. I kind of talked about it a little bit in my other video, but today I wanted to talk about what I felt like after each vaccine. It's going to be pretty quick because not a lot happened. So for me, after the first vaccine, about almost exactly 24 hours after I got the first Pfizer vaccine, I got chills. And that was pretty much it. The chills lasted for like 4 hours. It was not a huge thing. The only reason I really even noticed it was because I got so cold that I have this giant parka that goes down to negative 30 degrees, and I had taken it and put it on and was wearing it around the house. And then Sadie walked in the room. She was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. And I looked over at her and said, "It's not really cold in here, is it?" And I was still shivering inside my parka. And she was like, No, Mom, it's not cold." It went away in less than 4 hours. By dinner time, I felt totally fine and back to normal. And that was pretty much it for me for side effects with the first one. It wasn't really much of a side effect at all. Like, beyond basically having chills, shaking, feeling cold. I also did an impulse buy on Amazon at that point. I went on Amazon while I was wrapped up in my parka and bought a heated blanket, which I have zero regrets about. I now see I'm generally cold all the time too. So I bought this little person-sized heated blanket, and now I use that just about every day anyways. Yeah, I bought a heated blanket while having chills from the first Pfizer vaccine, and I have zero regrets. So I was prepared for the second Pfizer vaccine. I was so ready for more side effects from number 2. I got my second vaccine 3 weeks later. I had made a video about that, well, about both of them together. Everything I'd heard from everybody was about how people were more sick after the second one. So I thought, sure, I would probably get way more sick. Our local school actually had to cancel school because all of the teachers had gotten vaccinated at the same place I got vaccinated. They all got the Pfizer vaccine, and everybody got sick or got at least like a runny nose, headache, whatever. We got an email saying school was canceled because they didn't have enough teachers. Anyhow, it seemed like something that happened to a lot of people. And 24 hours passed and nothing happened. And I was like, okay. But then 48 hours, one thing happened. I forgot. One thing did happen, and I forgot about this. After about 6 hours, I did break out in hives. Not like super bad hives, just hives up my arms, on my legs, on my torso. Not super, super bad. I took some Benadryl. They went away. I'm allergic to penicillin, like super, super allergic. It seems like everybody doubts you when you say you're allergic to penicillin. I'm like swell up like a balloon, bright red, allergic to penicillin. I'm also very, very allergic to sulfa. When I worked in a fish store, I put my hand in a tank that was being treated with sulfa, and hives started to go up my arm just from touching the water. Yeah, I did break out in hives. I don't know. Usually that doesn't happen just because I take Zyrtec every single day just for like seasonal allergies, and if I miss a Zyrtec, I break out in hives just randomly all the time from all sorts of things, because there's lots of things that I'm kind of allergic to, but usually that doesn't happen when I'm on Zyrtec as long as I don't miss a dose. So I don't know if I was kind of allergic to something or if it was something else. I probably will mention it to my doctor, but I got my shot at 10 o'clock that morning and it didn't happen till 6 o'clock that night. So actually I think it was 8 hours. So I will tell my doctor it was 8 hours. So it wasn't an immediate reaction, which when I looked online, I guess was a good thing. It wouldn't be classified as an immediate allergic reaction to the vaccine. That's good. Because honestly, I still, even with just like getting a few hives, I would still be willing to take a booster in the future. Whereas having had the allergic reaction I get to sulfa and to penicillin, there is no way you could convince me to take either of those again, because it's bad, and it lasts for a long time, like more than a few days. It's super uncomfortable. And this is me remembering it from when I was a little kid. So that was the first part, was I did have some hives, and then another 24 hours later, right around 48 hours, and some chills again. And that was it for me. The chills were much shorter the second time. When I had the chills, I took my temperature and it was like 100. So not even a real fever. And the bruise lasted for close to 2 weeks before it went away, but it finally went away. But other than that, I felt a little bit tired on and off for like the week afterwards, but I feel a little bit tired all the time because I have 5 kids and they wear me out. So that was pretty much my experience. If I have to get a booster and I'm able to get a booster, I totally will. If I'm given the opportunity for my kids to get the vaccine, I will happily take my kids. I will feel really relieved when especially Sadie is able to get hers, because she's had a partially collapsed lung from what was basically a little virus with a super low fever and a cough. And so I'll be super happy when she's finally vaccinated. Anyways, that was pretty much it. That was my experience. That is my experience 2 months out with getting the Pfizer vaccine and not really having any significant side effects. I'm thankful that I was able to get it. I'm thankful that it's done. My mom gets hers in a couple days, and then my dad will have got it. My dad has both doses. Paul has had both doses. I've had both doses, and then she will have had both doses too. And that will make me very, very happy. Anyways, that is it. If you like this video, we'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in all things autism, we'd love it if you would hit subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.